All right, so today we're going deep on FLR.
Oh, yeah.
This data-centric blockchain platform everyone's talking about,
Right.
especially with this partnership they've got going with Google Cloud. All this news you sent me, some of it even marked exclusive.
Uh-huh.
It's all about a hackathon they're running.
Okay.
And get this, it's all about something called verifiable AI.
It's a pretty hot space right now.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you've got blockchain and AI, each already pushing the limits.
Right.
But now they're starting to merge, come together.
And with some interesting results, yeah.
Definitely some interesting ways, yeah.
And this hackathon, you said the prize pool is $100,000.
$100,000, yeah.
60,000 is for the in-person folks competing at UC Berkeley this March.
Right.
And then 40,000 is set aside for the virtual teams.
Yeah, they're not playing around.
No, they're not.
That kind of investment tells you how seriously they're taking this.
For sure.
I mean, this isn't just a little experiment for them.
Yeah.
They're going all in on this.
So for our listeners who maybe aren't, blockchain experts,
Yeah.
Can you break down what it is about FLR that makes it so unique?
Yeah, so FLR, it's what's called an EVM-compatible Layer 1 blockchain.
Okay.
Think of it like Ethereum,
Got it.
but with a twist.
Okay.
FLR is built to handle data
Okay.
in a way that's secure and decentralized.
So not just like data within its own little ecosystem.
No, not
It can pull data from other blockchains.
from other blockchains, even from the internet.
The internet. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is that such a big deal?
Well, especially when it comes to AI.
Yeah.
AI algorithms,
Right.
they need tons of data, right?
Yeah.
They need it to learn, to adapt, to make good predictions.
It says.
But being able to get all that data and then making sure it's accurate, making sure it's all good data,
Yeah.
that's a huge challenge.
Especially in the blockchain world.
Yeah. You got to have a trust.
Transparency is a big deal.
Exactly. And that's where FLR's unique setup comes in.
Okay.
They've got these two key protocols, the state connector
Okay.
and the FLR Time Series Oracle, FTSO.
Those sound like something out of Star Trek.
Well, they're pretty cool.
Can you break it down for us regular folks?
Yeah. So the state connector is like a bridge.
Okay.
It brings in data from the outside world.
Okay.
So let's say you're building some decentralized app and it needs like historical stock prices.
Okay.
The state connector can grab that data from a reliable source like a stock exchange,
Gotcha.
and it makes that data available on FLR
Okay.
in a way that, is
Yeah, and then-
secure, you can trust it.
So it's like connecting the real world to the blockchain.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And what about this FTSO thing?
So the FTSO is like a live feed,
Okay.
constantly updating with real-time data.
So like what kind of data?
Asset prices, weather patterns, even sports scores,
Yeah.
anything you can think of.
Wow.
It's key for apps that need to react to changes quickly.
Like,
Imagine like a DeFi protocol that adjusts interest rates
okay, yeah.
based on what the market's doing at that moment.
Got it. So the state connector is for static historical data.
Right.
And the FTSO is all about the dynamic stuff.
The real-time data, yep.
And together, they're like this super powerful data layer
Yeah,
that can basically run all sorts of crazy applications.
exactly.
And then you throw AI on top of that.
Things get really interesting.
It's like the possibilities are limitless.
Limitless, that's a good word for it.
And that's really what this hackathon is all about, right?
Pushing the boundaries of what we can do
Yeah.
when you combine these two technologies.
So it's not just like come in and build whatever you want.
Well, there is some of that.
But they have specific tracks, right?
Yeah, 4 different tracks they can choose from.
What are they?
Social AI agents, ARG knowledge systems, DeFi XAI,
Catchy.
which they call DeFi,
Clever.
and then consensus learning.
Okay, so each one of these tracks is like looking at a different piece of this AI and blockchain puzzle.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Can we dive into those a little bit? Like, what kind of problems are they trying to solve with each of these tracks?
Sure, so let's start with social AI agents.
Okay.
So imagine an AI that can talk to other users or even other AIs
Yeah.
on the blockchain.
Right.
And it does it in a way that feels natural,
Like a human.
Yeah, like a human.
So it could like negotiate deals for you,
right.
give you recommendations.
Act as your assistant in an app. Yeah.
So basically it's taking all those chatbots we see now
yeah.
and giving them a serious upgrade.
On steroids, blockchain steroids.
Blockchain steroids like that.
Yeah.
What about RAG knowledge systems?
So that track is about building AI that can understand structured data.
Like what kind of structured data?
Databases, spreadsheets, even code.
Huh.
So imagine an AI
Yeah.
that can go through massive data sets on the blockchain
Okay.
and it can spot trends, predict what the market's going to do, even find fraud.
Now, that could be huge for a lot of fields.
Oh, yeah.
Finance, risk management.
Even scientific research, all kinds of stuff.
DFAI, that one's pretty self-explanatory, right?
Yeah, bringing the power of AI to decentralized finance.
So what? Like, AI could manage my portfolio?
It could. It could find new investment opportunities for you. Even run those lending and borrowing protocols.
So less human emotion involved in financial decisions.
Yeah, you could say that.
Which is probably a good thing.
Probably for the best, yeah.
And then consensus learning. This is the last one.
Yeah, this one's all about training AI models,
All right.
but in a decentralized way.
So instead of using like a central server,
Right.
you have a whole network of devices working together.
Yeah, collaborating to train the AI model.
That sounds super complex,
It is.
but also pretty powerful.
Yeah, it's like democratizing AI, right?
Everyone gets a say.
Yeah, everyone has a stake in how it develops.
And this isn't just some theoretical thing, right?
Oh no, these tracks are about solving real problems.
That developers are facing right now.
Yep, they're facing them right now.
And this hackathon is a chance for them to show off.
Yeah, show off their skills, their creativity,
Yeah.
their vision for the future.
Okay, and with that kind of prize money, I'm sure they'll be plenty motivated.
Oh yeah, that'll get people going.
Now we can't forget about Google Cloud and all of this.
Right.
They've been a validator, a data provider for FLR since last January.
January 2024.
And now they're bringing this confidential compute technology to the hackathon. What's the significance of that?
Well, it shows that Google Cloud sees something special in what FLR's doing.
Okay.
They're not just a name on a poster.
Yeah.
They're actively involved, putting their resources into it.
And this confidential compute, it sounds like something out of a spy movie.
A little bit.
What is it, in a nutshell?
It's a way to run computations,
Okay.
but you do it in a secure enclave. So your data, your code, it's all protected,
Even from Google.
even from Google, yeah.
So it's like a digital vault
That's a good way to put it.
where you keep all your secrets.
Your most sensitive information,
Okay.
nobody can get to it without your say-so.
So that adds like a whole other level of security and privacy,
Absolutely.
which is super important when you're dealing with this kind of stuff.
Especially with all the sensitive data and those complex AI algorithms.
And it also ties into this whole verifiable AI thing, right?
Right. Because one of the challenges with AI
Yeah.
is being sure that those computations were done correctly.
And that nobody messed with the results.
Exactly.
So how does confidential compute help with that?
So when you run the AI stuff
Okay.
in this secure enclave,
Okay.
you're creating a trusted execution environment.
Uh-huh.
And then you can use all sorts of cryptographic techniques
Okay.
to prove that everything was done by the book.
And that nobody peeked at the data.
Yeah, that the data stayed confidential,
This is really important for building AI systems that people can trust, right?
especially when they're interacting with the blockchain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brings that extra layer of transparency.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
Yeah,
We've got FLR, they're providing the data infrastructure.
right.
We've got Google Cloud, they're providing this secure computing space.
Yeah.
And then the developers, they bring their creativity and skills.
And their vision, yeah.
That's a recipe for some serious innovation.
Yeah, it really is.
And the exciting part is, this is just the start.
We're just scratching the surface here.
Yeah.
When you combine AI and blockchain, the possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
So this hackathon, it could really kickstart a whole new wave of applications.
Oh, absolutely.
Things we haven't even thought of yet.
That's the exciting part. We don't even know what's coming.
But Hugo Fillion, FLR's CEO, he had some pretty bold words about all of this.
Yeah, he said they're not just innovating. They're setting new standards for how AI and blockchain can work together.
That's a big statement.
It is.
But when you look at everything they're doing,
Yeah.
especially with this hackathon,
Mm.
it's hard to disagree with them.
Yeah, he's got a point.
This isn't just hype. It feels like a real vision for the future.
It does. It feels like something big is happening.
Okay, so we've talked about FLR's core features, that amazing data layer built on the state connector and FTSO.
Right.
We went through those 4 exciting tracks of the verifiable AI hackathon, each one tackling a different piece of this puzzle.
It's a fascinating puzzle.
And then we talked about Google Cloud's role,
Yeah.
not just as a sponsor, but as a key partner,
Right.
providing that extra layer of security with confidential compute.
Very important.
Now, for you listening, here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
This isn't just about some abstract technology in a lab somewhere.
No.
This partnership, this hackathon, it has the potential to really impact the world
Oh, absolutely.
in some very real ways.
It's going to change things.
And we're going to explore exactly how in part 2.
Stay tuned, folks. We're going to unpack all the real-world implications of this.
We'll move beyond the theory and dive into how this technology could change the way we live, the way we work, the way we interact with the world around us.
It's going to be a wild ride.
Welcome back. In part 1, we unpacked all the tech behind FLR, that data-centric blockchain platform,
Right.
and their upcoming verifiable AI hackathon with Google Cloud. Now let's see how this stuff could actually impact our lives.
Yeah, let's get practical.
I know you're big into DeFi.
Oh, yeah. Decentralized finance. It's a fascinating space.
What kind of impact could we see there?
So DeFi is ripe for disruption, right?
Okay.
Imagine AI that can analyze mountains of on-chain data,
Okay.
looking for patterns, finding insights.
Stuff humans might miss.
Exactly. Things we wouldn't even see.
So it's like having a super-powered financial advisor.
Kinda, but it's more than just advice.
Okay.
This AI could actually execute trades for you,
Whoa.
rebalance your portfolio, jump on arbitrage opportunities instantly.
That's a lot of power.
It is a lot of power.
What about bias in the algorithms?
That's a great question.
Could they end up favoring certain users?
It's a valid concern.
Or maybe even make existing inequalities worse?
Yeah, we have to be very careful about that.
So it's not just about building the tech.
No,
It's about building it the right way.
building it responsibly, ethically.
Okay. So besides DeFi, what other industries could be impacted by this?
Let's think about supply chain management.
Okay.
Imagine tracking a product's entire journey,
From start to finish.
from the raw materials to the store shelf, all on the blockchain.
Wow.
Every step, every transaction, recorded immutably.
So you have a perfect record.
A completely transparent history that you can audit.
That's huge for industries where transparency is key.
Oh yeah.
Food production, pharmaceuticals,
Consumers would know exactly where their products came from.
and they could be sure they're getting the real deal.
No more fake stuff.
And then you layer AI on top of that.
It gets even better.
How so?
Imagine AI analyzing data from sensors.
Like those IoT devices everyone's talking about?
Exactly. Embedded throughout the supply chain.
Oh, okay.
So they're monitoring temperature, humidity, location, all that,
Making sure everything's being stored properly?
making sure it's transported safely.
Less spoilage, less waste, maybe even safer products.
Exactly. Like imagine tracking vaccines,
Oh, yeah.
making sure they stay at the right temperature the whole way.
That could save lives.
It could.
An AI could do even more, right?
It could optimize logistics, predict demand,
Even anticipate problems before they happen.
disruptions in the supply chain, things like that,
Saving companies a ton of money.
and making everything run more smoothly.
So it's like this perfect partnership.
Yeah.
The blockchain provides the trust, the transparency,
Right.
and AI is like the brain.
The brain of the operation. Always analyzing, making adjustments.
That's a great way to put it.
And there's more.
What else?
It could also promote ethical sourcing,
Okay.
sustainability, things like that.
So you could verify that products are made in an eco-friendly way.
Yeah.
Or that workers are treated fairly.
Exactly. Consumers are demanding that kind of transparency.
Definitely. They want to know what's behind the products they buy.
It's a growing trend.
So we've talked about DeFi, supply chain management.
Yeah.
What else are you keeping an eye on?
One area I find really fascinating is healthcare.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine your medical records stored securely on the blockchain. Nobody can access them without your permission.
That would be huge for privacy.
Hey, no more data breaches, no unauthorized access.
And AI could play a role here too, right?
Absolutely.
In diagnostics, personalized medicine.
Right. AI could analyze your medical history, your genetic data,
All that personal information.
with your consent, of course.
Of course.
And it could identify potential health risks.
So it's like having a personal health advisor
Kind of, yeah.
that's always looking out for you.
Keeping an eye on your well-being.
And AI could help doctors too, right?
Definitely.
Diagnose diseases more accurately.
Imagine an AI that can analyze medical images,
Like x-rays, CT scans.
finding things that a human doctor might miss.
That's incredible.
It is.
And since this data's on the blockchain,
Right.
it's easy to share with other doctors.
No more faxing records back and forth.
That could streamline things so much.
Yeah, it could really revolutionize healthcare.
But we have to be careful with all this, right?
Oh, yeah.
There are ethical considerations.
Absolutely.
Like, how do we make sure everyone has access to this tech?
That's a big one.
Not just the wealthy or the privileged.
It has to be accessible to everyone, regardless of their background.
So equity and inclusivity are crucial.
Absolutely.
We don't want to create a system that leaves people behind.
No, we need to make sure everyone benefits from these advancements.
Okay, so it's clear this convergence of AI and blockchain,
Yeah.
it has the potential to reshape industries.
Yeah.
But what about us as individuals?
Uh-huh.
How could this technology empower us in our daily lives?
Well, one area that's already seeing some interesting stuff is self-sovereign identity.
Self-sovereign identity, that's a mouthful.
It is, but it's a powerful concept.
Break it down for me.
Imagine a world where you have complete control over your personal information.
Oh, okay.
It's all stored on the blockchain.
So no more carrying around a bunch of IDs.
No more worrying about identity theft.
That would be a relief.
It would be a huge weight off our shoulders.
So how would this actually work?
Think of it like a digital wallet,
Okay.
but it stores all your important credentials.
Like my driver's license, passport.
Exactly, even your educational qualifications.
Okay.
And these are issued as verifiable digital certificates,
So they're tamper-proof.
secure, anchored to the blockchain.
Wow.
So you could apply for a job, open a bank account,
Even vote online.
all without having to dig out your physical documents.
And AI could help with security, right?
Yeah, it could verify your identity, prevent fraud.
How?
Imagine an AI system that analyzes your biometrics.
Fingerprints, facial recognition, that kind of thing.
Exactly, confirming your identity in seconds.
That's super convenient.
And incredibly secure.
But what about privacy?
That's a valid concern.
With all this data being out there.
But with self-sovereign identity, you're in control.
So I get to choose who sees what.
Exactly. You decide what information to share and with whom.
So my privacy's protected.
Always.
This is all about giving individuals more power.
Yeah, giving us control over our digital lives.
That's really exciting.
It is. It's one of the most promising aspects of this technology.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From DeFi to supply chains, healthcare, even self-sovereign identity.
It's a lot to take in.
It's clear that AI and blockchain together,
Yeah.
they have the potential to completely transform industries
Absolutely.
and empower individuals in ways we're just starting to understand.
We're still in the early stages.
This is just the beginning.
We're just scratching the surface.
As these technologies keep evolving,
You're evolving so quickly.
we're going to see even more amazing applications emerge.
Things we can't even imagine yet.
And in part 3 of our deep dive,
Okay.
we're going to do just that.
Imagine the future.
We'll explore those possibilities and think about the ethical and societal implications.
The big questions.
So stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into FLR and AI on the blockchain.
It's been quite a journey.
It has. We've explored the tech, how it works, and even dove into real-world applications.
Yeah, hitting industries like finance and healthcare pretty hard.
Now let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
Let's put on our futurist hats and look ahead.
I like it.
What are some future applications that could really shake things up?
Ooh. That's fun to think about.
It is.
We've talked about revolutionizing industries,
Yeah, finance, healthcare.
but I think it could go even deeper
Deeper.
to the core of how we interact with the digital world.
Okay, give me an example.
Take the metaverse, for instance.
Okay.
All these immersive digital worlds.
Right.
They're gaining traction.
Yeah, they're getting popular.
But they've got issues.
Like what?
Interoperability, trust. So
Okay.
imagine a future
Yeah.
where different metaverses are linked.
Connected?
Yeah, using blockchain tech.
Okay.
You could seamlessly move your digital stuff between them.
So no more being stuck in one platform.
Exactly.
I could take my avatar, my virtual possessions, my reputation, everything,
Everything that makes up your digital you,
and travel between different worlds.
that's like hopping between dimensions.
That's mind blow.
And AI could make those experiences even better.
How so?
More realistic, more engaging.
Okay.
Imagine AI characters
Yeah.
that can interact with you naturally.
Like real people.
Yeah, almost like real people.
Or AI-generated environment.
Right, that respond to what you do.
So it's not just a static world.
No, it's dynamic, it's alive.
But that's like something out of a movie.
It is.
But if this tech can really bridge the gap between the physical and digital, the possibilities are endless.
It's hard to even grasp.
It could change everything.
The way we work, the way we learn, even how we socialize.
Let's talk about education.
Okay.
How could this tech impact learning?
Picture immersive virtual classrooms.
Okay.
Students from all over the world
Yeah.
connecting, interacting, AI tutors guiding them,
Providing personalized instruction.
tailored to each student's needs.
So it's not just passively reading textbooks.
No, it's active,
You're
engaging,
learning by doing, by experiencing.
and with blockchain.
Yeah.
All your achievements, your credentials, they're recorded securely.
So no more questioning someone's qualifications.
It's all right there on the blockchain.
That's amazing.
It is. It's a whole new way of thinking about education.
And this goes beyond just schools, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Anyone could access personalized learning experiences.
Yeah. Tailored to their interests, their goals.
AI-powered, delivered through these virtual worlds.
It's like the ultimate form of lifelong learning.
Constantly upskilling, learning new things.
Exploring new fear.
And at your own pace.
Exactly.
In a way that's fun and effective.
Because learning should be enjoyable, right?
It should be.
And it's not just about absorbing information. It's about applying it, using it.
So what, like virtual labs?
Yeah, exactly.
Where you can experiment, build prototypes.
Test out ideas.
In a safe environment.
Where it's okay to fail, to make mistakes.
Learn by doing. That's the best way.
It is.
And with AI guiding you, giving feedback.
You can learn so much faster.
Achieve mastery in a fraction of the time.
It's incredible to think about.
It really is.
We're talking about breaking down all the barriers to education.
Empowering people to be lifelong learners.
And it doesn't stop there.
What else? What other areas could be impacted?
Think about the creative industries.
Okay. Music, art.
AI is already creating music and art.
Right, but it's still early days.
It is.
So what's next?
Imagine AI as a partner.
A creative partner.
Yeah. Helping artists push their boundaries.
Okay.
An AI that can generate melodies.
Based on my input.
Yeah. Or create new art styles.
That's wild. It wouldn't replace human creativity.
No, it would enhance it.
Give artists new tools, new possibilities.
Exactly.
And then with blockchain, you could securely own and trade digital art and music.
Right. Giving artists more control.
Ensuring they're fairly compensated.
The win-win.
And think about the access this could provide.
Yeah.
Virtual museums.
Where anyone can experience art from around the world.
No matter where you are.
It's democratizing art and culture.
Making it accessible to everyone.
It's beautiful to think about.
It really is.
And again, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Right. We're just starting to explore these possibilities.
As AI and blockchain evolve, who knows what we'll create?
It's exciting, but also a bit daunting.
It is.
What are some of the ethical things we need to consider?
Well, first and foremost, we need to make sure this technology benefits everyone.
Not just a select few.
Right. We can't let it widen the gap between the haves and have-nots.
So equity, inclusivity, those are key.
Absolutely. We need to be aware of potential biases in AI algorithms.
Right. We've talked about that before.
It's crucial.
We have to make sure these systems are fair.
And that the benefits are distributed fairly.
Okay, what about jobs?
Yes, the big question.
AI is getting smarter.
It is.
It's going to automate some jobs.
That's inevitable.
So how do we prepare for that?
It's not about fearing the robots.
No.
It's about adapting.
Learning new skills?
Finding ways to work alongside AI.
Each leveraging our unique strengths.
Exactly. Humans and AI as partners.
We need to figure out how to manage this transition.
In a way that benefits everyone.
That's the key.
Ultimately, the future we create with this tech is up to us.
That's a powerful statement.
It's true.
It's about making conscious choices.
Setting ethical guidelines.
Working together.
To ensure these advancements are used for good.
Well, you've given us a lot to think about.
I hope so.
This deep dive has been incredible.
It has been fun.
From the technical nitty-gritty to the big picture implications.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We've explored real-world application.
Envisioned future possibilities.
We've talked about the ethics of it all.
It's a complex landscape.
It is.
But it's also incredibly exciting.
It is. It's a future full of potential.
If we approach it wisely.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of FLR and AI on the blockchain.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep questioning.
And remember, the future is not something that happens to us.
We build it.
We build it together.
See you on our next deep dive.